What's it been like being back for the first day?
Brilliant, like Christmas. Only, a distant Christmas. But no, the wickets were great. The ground staff obviously have had nothing on there, but the surface today was superb. Slinger came out nicely, and the boys are unbelievable. Didn't really look as if they'd been away. So I worked with David Lloyd, the skipper Chris Cook, and Kieran Carlton, and they all played really well, which was nice to see.
What about the medical precautions? Nothing too intrusive there?
No, far from it. It's very much about keeping the distance. Obviously, as a slinger, what all the batsmen found very tough was not to handle the ball to throw it back. If it had gone into the net, so they've got to kick it back or hit it back with their bat, which is, as one of the lads said, I find it really hard because it's disrespectful. But those are the times that I don't mind bending down to do those. But no, it's and from a medical, our backroom staff have done an exceptional job of making sure everything's right, everything's kind of marked clearly for everyone to follow. So, we get through this stage one, and then we can have small group nets, and then before moving on to bigger group nets. So we just want to make sure that all the players know what they're doing, what they're happening. Obviously, no dressing room access, no access to inside the pavilion building. So it's different, but the quicker we can get used to it, the quicker we can get squad nets together. Obviously, still at social distancing, but you can get a pattern together of how that's all going to work.
It's going to be a hectic month, isn't it, ahead, moving through all these stages, maybe playing a friendly or something, and then 1st of August.
Yeah, well, obviously with the sad news of Craig Machado, we're down to 23 players at home now. But saying that allows us to play inter-squad games, and on the back of last year's pre-season, the inter-squad game and the intensity of that showed that it's probably looking, as soon as we can get into that stage 3 and play games, even amongst ourselves, I think that would be a great way to go. We obviously don't know what formats are being played yet. So obviously there's T20 being played, so we'll have inter-squad T20 games, but as far as a 2 or 3 day game or 50 over cricket, we're not sure. So we'll just keep an eye on that, and hopefully by the time we're ready to have those games, we'll know exactly what format we'll be playing.
How likely is it, do you think, Colin Ingram will be able to get over from South Africa?
Well, all depends on travel restrictions, and so that's one that we'll just keep monitoring. He's obviously a world-class player, a great player, and a great friend of all at Glamorgan. So we'd love to see him back, because he's such an influential figure, as Maynard was last year in the dressing room, and that means a lot. You need people like that in the dressing room. If it's just us, if it's just the players out there, then so be it. And we'll get on with it and give it a good crack.
Obviously, great news during lockdown that Maynard has extended for a further season.
Yeah, brilliant. It's a shame not to see him this year. I know, having spoken to him a few times during lockdown, that he's itching to come back. He really does enjoy the club. He enjoys Cardiff, enjoys the boys in the dressing room. So, and he's now a stellar player, isn't he? He's risen to number 3 in the world. So yeah, it's been wonderful for the club to get a player like Maynard to commit like that.
Normally a 6-month season, it's only going to be 2 months, as you say, 2 trophies to be won. It's going to be very concentrated, very intense maybe?
Yeah, and I think the lead up a month is going to be touch and go. The main thing with the bowlers when they come in is that they're honest of how much work they've done, and we don't push them too much too early, because obviously the risk of injury then is hugely increased. So yeah, we've got to build them all up. I think there will be, because it is going to be such a hectic time, there will be natural times where you have to rotate the bowlers, but as you saw from last season in the county championship, I think it's virtually impossible to play every game of 4-day cricket, so we had a rotation policy in place last season. It suited the majority of players, but not everyone. I know 1 or 2 players weren't happy with it, but that's absolutely fine. I think it's the right thing to do. I believe that's the right thing to do, and we'll be doing it again obviously this year.
And when it comes to T20, around about August bank holiday or thereabouts, a few wrongs to be put right from last year. I'm sure you're itching to improve that record.
Yeah, the record wasn't great. I think what I got more pleased about was we never gave up in any game. We did get soundly beaten, but our body language was great throughout, the way it kept going at competition. I think quite easily we could have won 3 or 4 more games in that. We missed out on every narrow game we missed out on, and there were a couple that we let slip. There's no doubt about that quite clearly. But yeah, look, results do need to improve. We're in a results business, and we did some good things, but we didn't do them for long enough, and we did them separately. Sometimes we bowl well and not follow it up with a bat, other times we bat well and not follow it up with a ball or in the field. Although, as I said, the energy and the enthusiasm was there. We didn't quite execute as well as we could have done at times.
And how much difference would it make if there are some crowds at least allowed back into the grounds come T20? Is that a realistic hope or not, do you think?
I think that all comes down to the social distancing, really, doesn't it? And if it's reduced to a metre at that stage with precautions, maybe you could actually get 6,000 back into Sophia Gardens, which would be great. Not just for the players, but I think for the Glamorgan fans. I think we all love to play in front of a crowd from a playing perspective, but also guys love to watch live sport as well, and that's been missed by everyone during this period.